You are listening to The Michael Lodge Show. Wealth, business, and taxes. Oh, yeah, and some politics. Let's get started.
And here we are, New Year's Eve. Can you believe it? The year went by so fast. Even when we were in lockdown, it went by fast, didn't it? I am happy that this is the last day of 2020. And the reason why is because I always like the fact that we are so creative and so focused and so, what do you want to call it? We really love change. We like the ability to say, okay, we are starting fresh, we're going to start all over, and we are going to do the best that we can, because 2021 gives us possibilities, it gives us potential, and it gives us the promise that we as Americans we can do anything that we want set our minds to. That's what I love about this country, is that, we may have gone through a really tough time, but as Americans, we have this spirit that says, okay, you know what? We're going to pick ourselves up and we're going to get going again, and we're going to do it again and again and again, and we are going to make things right. And listen, we have gone through tough times this year. But, and by the way, if I hear that quote one more time, tough times never last, but tough people do, I hate that quote now, because I have seen it time after time after time during this COVID lockdown disaster that we went through. But we are tough people, but we're also focused people, and we believe in doing what is right. We don't see our politicians doing it, but we as Americans, we try to live up to the standards that we need to. We have the moral obligations, the ethical obligations, and we try to do our very, very best. And I think it's the greatest part about Americans is that we always try to do what's right. Now, we have a few stragglers out there who don't do what's right. Mostly in Washington, D.C., mostly in the governor's offices and the city mayor's offices. That's normally where the bad hang out. But we as Americans, we sit here and we know that we had a tough time with our businesses, but we may have lost some of our businesses, but we can rebuild again. We can start up again, and we can try again, and we can do it again with the help of other Americans. And that's one thing I want to really give you guys all a pat on the back. All of you who went out during this Christmas holiday and Thanksgiving holidays, and you supported your small business, I tell you what, I give you kudos. Because that really took love in your heart for your local communities. I tell you, I'm so proud of you. I'm really proud of you. And I'm proud of you that, you know what, even though we had to go through this lockdown and we saw what was going on politically, we stood our ground. And I think we have learned that we have to stand our ground in 2021. And it's going to be a fight that you and I will walk down the road together and fight for. Listen, this country, if you look at the very beginning of this nation, it was about people trying to escape another nation that was tyrants, over taxation, over religious rule. A king that was trying to force them into things. Potato famines. People have come here throughout the history of this nation. And on the very day of the birth of this nation, they were still coming here. Still trying to create a new life. Because everybody heard about America. About the possibilities. About the land that they could have. About the businesses that they could start. About the homes that they could have. About the religious freedom that they would have. And so they came here. And we are a mixture of a whole bunch of different people. all over the world. And we are Americans. All of us together. We are all Americans, no matter where you came from. And when you took your oath with your right hand in the air, you pledged your allegiance to this nation. And this is the time that you and I, on this New Year's Eve, that we are thankful for this nation. We're thankful for our families. We're thankful for our churches. I was just thinking today, I have not been to church in 10 months. 10 months I have not been to church. So I saw that the Catholic Church here in Palm Beach was open. My church is not open yet. It still has its doors shut. And I'm trying to make the decision of whether or not I'll continue on going there, or will I choose a new church where the doors are open. So the Catholic Church is open. They have a 5:30 Mass. And I thought, you know what? I am going to go to church today. I'm going to kneel down. And I'm going to thank God for everything that He has given me throughout 2020. And to give me wisdom and insight for 2021. And to walk with me every step of the way. So I'm looking forward, after 10 months not going to church, I'm looking forward to going to a Mass tonight. And talking to God. Very important step in everybody's life is when they go to church and they kneel down. And they just let it rip from your heart and lay it on God's shoulders. So I want to wish everybody a very happy New Year. We're done with the old and in with the new. I'm very happy that you've all listened to me throughout the year. Some of you have contacted me and talked with me. I'm very happy about that. I love talking to the people that listen to me. But this is a new year, and I am looking forward to it. And I'm hoping that you're looking forward to it also. I think pretty much what I've seen on social media is that everybody's done with 2020. They have had enough. And now it's time. It's time for you and I to begin again. And we begin with hope, with trust in each other, with the ability to worship, with the ability to conduct our businesses and open them up. And I'm sad to say we're going to have to fight government, because government has decided to fight us. And that is a sad situation. Don't you love New Year's? I love New Year's. I hope that you guys are going to kiss somebody tonight. When that clock hits midnight, I better see some people kissing. And I better see you saying, I love you. And I better see you saying, let's face this year together. It's a great time. 2021. Everybody, I want you to have a happy New Year. Listen, if you have any questions or comments and you want to send it to me, just text me. It's 818-252-5682. 818-252-5682. I answer all texts, no matter where it's coming from, what the discussion is or what the comment is, I will respond. So send me a text. Again, that's 818-252-5682. If you want to send me an email, you can send it to info at lodge-co.com. If you want to support my podcast and my blogs and my vlogs and whatever names that you want to call it out there on social media and the work that I do in my podcast, please go and buy me a cup of coffee at buymeacupofcoffee.com/Michael Lodge. And it will take you to my webpage on Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. And I chose that because, you know what, most of the time I'm sitting here talking with you early in the morning with my cup of coffee, and I know that a lot of you are drinking your cup of coffee or Coke or Tab or whatever else that you're... Some of you are saying, what is Tab? Well, when you get my age, you'll remember all of these names. Listen, have a great New Year. Happy 2021. Bye-bye. This podcast is produced by Michael Lodge, fully focused on content. God bless. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.